even though I knew his name was Evan, he told me his name was Dave, Peter, something. I don't know. So I'd say within like the first hour I met him, I knew he was probably going to be pretty weird. I imagine that's why we started talking. We talk about sexual acts involving fecal matter, Kyoto Express. I know that doesn't have too much to do with anything. He's him. That's what he does.
Because of my fear of intimacy, I have a hard time talking to other people about my emotions. Very big lack of self-disclosure wherein you tell others what, is going on. For instance, I use a lot of non sequiturs in my speech. Like, people come up like, hey, how's it going, or whatever, and I'll say, yeah, it is. Ultimately, that's not, any sort of interaction. It's not really transactional speaking, it's just me being weird.
He's crazy. He's a good guy, but he's crazy. The first time he met me, I believe he humped me, which was slightly awkward. It's not too often that I have some other guy's genitals rubbing up against my right thigh, and I'm not turned on by that stuff personally.
I'm not sure what, but I think something might have happened during my phallic stage of development, which is the third step in Freud's psychosexual stages, where gender roles are developed, and the pleasure center is the genitals, because I had this sort of infatuation with masturbation, but I'm not entirely sure whether that means there's something wrong with me or whether that just makes me male.
I don't think you can classify Evan with other people. It's like you got your people that hate everybody, which Evan is, and your people that love everybody. Evan's not one of those, but he loves everyone because he hates them. And he likes exploiting that fact.
And they're not just balls, but they're balls hanging down to his knees.
My mother, like I said, followed a very avoidant attachment style. How you see your mom is pretty much how you perceive women, and therefore I've gone to have this just large fear of rejection from women, which is just torn up any sort of relationship I've ever had. Not that I've ever had any relationship that was ever really anything serious.
He had me, he kind of had me sandwiched in between him and Zach at the same time. And he was, he was enjoying that. But then, I don't know, I think he was more interested in touching Zach than he was me. Actually, I think he was enjoying it more, the fact of making somebody else uncomfortable.
Because my mother played the role of really not playing any role, my dad therefore had to kind of play the role of mother and father, which created this sort of androgyny within me, because, I see my dad's having to be both sensitive and the bread provider.
I still hate him, but at the same time I love him. He's one of my best friends. But then again, I hate him.
Very interesting, but of course that only presents one point of view. In order to gain a better grasp of who exactly I am, we decided to film random strangers on River Street and watch the hilarity ensue. Please enjoy.